So the first thing we want to do is we want to create a project. So go ahead and click this button, or you can also go File, New File, or Project. Either one, whatever you feel like. Now what we want to do is a Qt widget project, and once we click that, we have two different sub options: Qt GUI and mobile Qt application. We just want Qt GUI application, which pretty much just means we want to create a C++ GUI program that we can run on our desktop. So go ahead and select this, hit choose, and now it's going to say, okay, give it a name. I'm just going to name it, I'll just name it YouTube, I guess. YouTube. And what folder do you want to put it in, pretty much where do you want to save it to, doesn't really matter. Hit next. Now all of this stuff, don't press anything that's different. It should all be set up correctly by default. Next, next, finish. Again, I know I'm going over everything real quick, but this is just to make sure that we have everything set up and working properly. I'm not really going to be going into detail in this tutorial, just showing you guys a quick example. But anyways, now that we created a new project and gave it a name, what we want to do now is I want to show you guys how to look at the design or the GUI interface, because this is a really awesome program. So of course here's the code right here, but we're creating a GUI, so we want to see what it looks like. Well, actually, if you expand all of these folders right here, you can see all of the files that belong to your project. Of course, we got our C++ files .cpp, but what we're interested in is this main window.ui. So go ahead and double click that, and we can see that we have a GUI right here, or at least the beginning of one. So just so we can, learn how to add some simple stuff on this GUI right now, let's go ahead and scroll down and look for, I don't know, I'll just make something like a push button that changes some text on the screen. So this push button right here, go ahead and drag it out and plop it into your GUI. So now we have a push button that says push button. Pretty cool. That's how simple it is. We didn't even have to program anything yet. This is all taken care of behind the scenes by Qt. Now let's go ahead and grab a label, and let's see. This label right here looks pretty good. So go ahead and grab this label, drag it out, and put it right next to the button. Looks pretty good. So now what I want to do is, again, I know that I'm moving really fast, but I just want to, show you guys a real simple program to show you guys that this does indeed work, and I'm not just, BSing you. So go ahead and select your button and right click it and press go to slot. Now again, I know you guys don't know what go to slot means, but I'll explain all this in depth later. Highlight click and select OK. Now obviously you can see whenever you do that, it takes you to the code that is responsible for what happens whenever you click that button, and you guys can probably tell that because the function is named on push button clicked. So what do we want to happen? Well, let's just go to UI, which stands for, of course, user interface, label, which was that text that we put on the GUI, not the button but the label. And what do we want to do to this label? Well, we just want to call a function called set text, which of course changes the text on the button, and we will just change this to ouch. So again, one last time, I want to repeat, I know you guys don't know probably what all of these, functions mean, what all of, this different objects and, all this stuff, but I'll explain it all later. What we're interested in now in doing is just running this project. So go ahead to this little triangle right here and press run, and once we do that, it's going to go ahead and build the project, which pretty much set everything up, and here is our awesome project. So go ahead and press this button and make sure you look at this label whenever I do. I'm going to press it right now, and it says ouch. How awesome is that? Our very first GUI application with Qt. So there you go. There is a very simple Qt application. In the next tutorials, what I'm going to be doing is kind of rewinding, starting back from scratch and taking you guys through the entire interface, what everything is, what everything does, and I'm going to give you guys a really basic knowledge of the developer program before we start getting into the more in-depth stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Google+, and yeah, all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next tutorial.